I've made some changes to some things, not to Overwatch, to my preset, but I've made some changes. This is no longer called battle/social. This is called chill or kill. I went back to what it was originally called, what I originally called it. This is what I originally called it. And then I changed it to chill/kill. And then I changed it to relax. And then I changed it to battle/social. I think it was a mix between those. And I went back to chill/kill after relax. I stayed with chill/kill for a long time. And then I started calling it battle/social. But I never actually played in a custom game with it. I never actually did that in a custom game. I simply had it like that for my preset name. But we're going back to what it originally was, and what it still basically is, it's simply that people have changed it quite a bit and made it different names and everything, like chill/kill. Maybe they've done some other thing like protected and unprotected or whatever. But it was always chill/kill. It was always chill or kill. I mean, I'm not going to be changing the modes. Currently, that's what I'm going to be doing now, is I'm going to be making the mode actually work perfectly, and then after we're going to be doing this, being sure this is all perfect. But currently I'm going to change the mode and basically make a name for it, which is going to use me some time because I need to actually think about it. Currently, what I have set for the mode is passive mode, which I had it before was battle or social, which of course is decent, but I want it to be either want it to be a toggle or with on and off, or I want it to be similar to what I have, which is battle/social. But I could definitely do it with, which is chill or kill. I could go back to that because the mode is now called chill or kill. I still have the mode name here being my name, which is very nice. But now when the game starts, how people know what this is, and also when I eventually release this to a website to allow people to copy it very easily and find it, it's going to be called chill or kill, and that's exactly what it shows here. So whenever you spawn in, it waits 5 seconds, and then it shows the big message, chill or kill, saying the mode. That is the best way to do it. And yeah, my name is basically everywhere on this preset. The only place it's not actually is in the rules, so I'd have to change the rules to do that too, but that's stupid, so I'm not doing that. We have it in the game. Once you play, you can see my name at the bottom, and also you can see my name here. And you can also turn off the information HUD text, and obviously this is not visible in the game. You can simply look at that though when you want. It's also, that's actually the name that'll show next to the custom game when it's in the server browser. You can scroll through the servers and you can see the title of the custom game, and then if you look a bit further to the right, you should be able to see that. You'll be able to see this. That's what I'm hoping that'll actually be what it shows, because I want it to be focused on me, not simply what it is. And it's a good thing that it doesn't really show what it is, because it's not important. If someone wants it to show what it is, you can simply put it in the title, and then you can say chill or kill in the title, and that's about it. But also you can simply come play it, and then you'll know what it is. If you simply join the server, you'll know what it is. You'll know what the game is. But that's the best way to do it. So I'm going to keep this like it is with my username for the mode name. But for if anyone wants to find this preset, you simply have to search chill or kill. Of course, there's probably a bunch of them. I could even I could do another thing actually. I could even do, now that I think about it, let me look at that. Well, actually, I'll simply put that in my notes. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll potentially put my name next to it so you'll be able to find it easier. So I could do a title, and then I could do chill or kill and then my name next to it. I don't know if that would be too long, but that would definitely allow me to make it perfect. You see, the thing is, I'm not going to put my entire battle.net name. It's going to be my simply the base characters. Also, I'm eating potatoes, so that may be the reason I'm sounding a bit different now. It's because they're warm and I'm enjoying them, and I guess my nose is potentially affecting my voice a little bit. My nose was running a little bit, so that definitely is a reason for it. But also they're affecting my throat too. But let's continue. Let's do what I said now. So, passive mode. What am I going to do for it? Am I going to call it something else? Well, I will definitely call it something else, but what am I going to call it? What am I going to call it? I think chill or kill would be best. I would say so. I think chill or kill would be best. Yeah. Yeah. It's gotta be. It's gotta be chill or kill. It's gotta be chill or kill. We gotta go back. We gotta go back to it. Chill kill. Equals. So this is not, so it's, if it's not true, so if passive is off, then it sets it to on. Okay. Equals custom string kill. Let me actually change that quickly. False, yeah. Kill. Chill or kill. I yeah, I should probably say something about that. Well, yeah, it has to be called something. So I'm gonna have to call this mode, most likely. Oops. I don't know what happened, but somehow it got paused. Dude, I don't know, dude. I don't know how it got paused. I didn't pause it. I didn't pause it. I literally started recording and stayed here. I don't understand. I didn't pause it. So it must have been accidental. Somehow. It must have been accidental because I didn't intend to pause it at all. How was it accidental, though? What was I doing that made it accidental? I don't know. That's so stupid. I've been talking for like 30 minutes at this point. That's very annoying. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I might have pressed a button and it's shift plus space. That's the two buttons I need to press to pause it. I thought those were okay, but I guess not. I'll have to look back in the recording to know exactly what I pressed, but I most likely pressed something with a combination of those two somehow. Simply trying to do something. I don't know what I did though. I don't know what I was doing though, but somehow I did. I don't even know when it paused though. Like did it pause when I started talking to ChatGPT, or did it pause when I was doing the edits for chill/kill or chill or kill? I don't know. I don't understand how it paused. Nonsense. Yeah, I have to remove it now, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to use some other key combination now. I might have to use like a function key at this point because this is getting stupid. Yeah, I'm simply gonna use a function key. Or maybe... Okay, let me look at some stuff. I'm gonna go on my keyboard software and change some of this stuff. The function keys. Yeah, here. Here. This is the function layer. So that can pause it now. We can do Q and Z. So the Z for that. Okay, let's see if that'll work. Yeah. Okay. I guess I could make this the start recording button also in function. That would be somewhat understandable to do. Mm. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. But I don't really have anything else to use. What do I have to use here? Maybe insert? I have insert. I guess I have insert to use. I don't know if that would actually work though. Okay, no, we're gonna keep it like this. This is good enough. So home for pausing recording and end. What? Alt? No, it's not meant to be alt. End for both of those. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna start from I'll talk about what I did before. I simply made some changes to chill or kill I mean not chill or kill, but I changed the thing here to chill or kill, and I think I was recording that. I do think I was recording that. I changed all this stuff. Not all this stuff. Change this to chill kill. Change the subroutine to all this stuff to chill and kill or whatever. And now I was actually looking at this and trying to be sure that it was correct. Trying to be sure that it actually makes sense, not only from efficiency, but also from the best way possible to do it. I haven't gotten to the best way possible yet, but it does make sense from efficiency. And this is what the AI said. I gave it 2 scripts. I actually found that recently that you can actually copy here that you can press the copy button, and you can simply copy it and then paste it wherever you want it. And from that, I simply gave it two scripts. This one, script 1, and this one is script 2. And I told them to compare it and tell me which one's better, which one's more efficient. And this is what it said. It says, between these two, I choose script 1. Here's why. Number of vector operations, script 1 has fewer, script 2 has more. Cross products, script 1 has none, script 2 has 2. Normalized, script 1 has none, script 2 has 1. Direction conversion, script 1 has 1, script 2 has none, which is actually something that the AI says is worse than script 2, but everything else is better. Readability, it says for script 1 is much easier, and then it says for script 2 is much harder, and then maintainability for script 1 is easy compared to script 2 being difficult, as it says. And this is the biggest difference. Script 2 does this: normalized, cross product, facing, cross product, vector, up, facing, and then it says that's an expensive way of creating a vector that's perpendicular to the facing direction. Every frame you're doing 2 cross products and 1 normalized. Those are some of the heaviest vector operation workshops. Those are some of the heaviest vector operations workshop has. Script 1 instead lets the game do all the math internally with direction from angles, which is exactly what it's designed for. Script 1 also has fewer calculations. Script 1 only really computes horizontal angle, vertical angle, absolute value, max, and y component. And then script 2 computes 2 cross products, 1 normalize, absolute value, divide, max, and y component. So yeah, the script 1 actually computes less things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Script 2 computes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. And then it says here, performance. If I had to estimate, script 1 is 5 out of 5 on performance, and script 2 is 3 out of 5. And it says, I wouldn't be surprised if script 1 is around 20 to 40% cheaper per frame, simply because it avoids the vector algebra. Okay, I'm going to stop reading it now because I don't want to keep reading this too much, because that's not what I did. I didn't read every single part of this. Well, maybe I did. I did read a lot of it, but I don't think I read everything like this, but... And it says, keep script 1. It's simpler, easy to understand, uses built-in angle functions instead of manual vector construction, and is almost certainly faster. I honestly think you've arrived at a cleaner solution than the other AI's script. The fact that you ended up replacing all of the cross-product logic with a single direction from angles expression is a solid improvement. And I agree. That's what I said before the stupid thing paused. I don't know how it paused. Like I said, I was talking for some time. But we're here now. And the reason I agree is because it simply seems to make sense, and it does make sense in a lot of different ways, from the facts of there's more here that is built in. Like this is more stuff that's built in. If you look at the one before, you can actually see there's a bunch more numbers, and cross products are not really like normalized cross product. That's not really a built-in function, and it's not using normalizes at all. I don't think there's a single normalize in here. Yeah, there's not a single normalize in here, which is a good thing, because that means it's probably being normalized internally, or some type of internal calculation. So it's more internal. It's more built in by the game, not built by me, which is good, because that means that means it's simply more efficient, because it used more of the game's intended purpose, the game's intentional design. And now I want to focus on efficiency. I do think this is better. So I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm simply gonna straight remove this. All of these, they gotta go. Okay, good stuff. We'll keep the thing here for now because I'm still testing stuff. Okay. So, let's see if I can improve this. What I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead. Let's save it. No, I won't save it yet. I did say I saved it also. That's another thing I did. I saved it. I saved it to this. I actually renamed this to Chiller Kill. I renamed this to Chiller Kill, so now it says Chiller Kill there. So yeah, we've completely come back to Chiller Kill because that's what it originally was. I don't know if I said this before, but that's the reason I'm saying it again. That's what it originally was. That's what I originally did. Was Chiller Kill. Everyone was using it in the past. That's how it was originally when the game was newer, much newer than it is currently. The game had only been out for a few years. When Workshop came out, people were simply creating chiller kill games, not chill/kill or any nonsense like that. There wasn't any safe and unsafe or protected and unprotected. Or any other preset that says anything else. It was simply chill or kill. And people were making presets using that, really. That's all they were doing. They were simply putting their chill or kill on that, and that's it. And then people were making their preset with that as their name. Of course, they could put their mark on it to show it was made by them, but that was really that's really how they did it in the past. Okay, so now what I need to do is, it seems like the only way to really make this like absolutely perfect is to create 5 variables or 4. I already have one, but 4 extra variables, and put basically the calculation in them, so this thing isn't constantly reevaluating the position, and instead it's simply looking at that. Instead, it's simply looking at the variable, and whenever the variable gets updated, it then updates itself. The only thing I should need in this entire calculation here is the update every frame eye position, because I need it to simply follow the player. The player's position from their eye position. That's all I need it to do, though. Everything else should be able to be calculated in a variable. And I've been not wanting to do this, actually. This wasn't something I had planned. Actually, this was not something I had planned. That's the reason I didn't do it. I did all the calculations in here. I wasn't actually planning this, but it may actually be necessary now that I think about it, because in the past I've had a lot of problems with HUD text, or not HUD, yeah, HUD text, actually. HUD text having limits to it, and also crashing my game and stuff when they're even though I wasn't actually at the limit. So it's possible that simply that more calculations should be done in the variable, and it makes perfect sense to do it in the variable too, because I don't need to have it in there. I can do it whenever I click that button, and then it'll automatically do the calculation from where I'm looking at, and that's it. And then it leaves it there. It doesn't do any more calculations. It doesn't do anything else. Of course, this thing already uses menu facing direction. It uses a lot of menu facing direction, which basically means that from the facing direction, which is already a variable, so it's already something that basically doesn't move. But I mean, the thing is, though, it's probably still calculating this stuff. Like, even though it's not moving technically, even though the variable is not moving technically, it's probably still doing some calculations in the background because it's reevaluating. So basically, to make it not reevaluate at all, I simply need to make the variable. I think that's the best way to do it. I don't want to waste 4 variables because I do have a limited amount of variables, but I have 127 variables and I have used a lot of them, but it's going to be significantly better once I fix everything because my variables are actually currently a mess. They're very messy currently, but it's okay. It is what it is currently. It's going to be changed. But is it worth an extra 4 variables to do this? Is it actually correct to do this? I wonder if I could do it in... I could probably do it in one variable, but that seems a bit more complicated, and also it'd still have things to, like, I don't even know how I would calculate in one variable. No, I couldn't do it in one variable, and it simply doesn't work. Really? 5 times direction from angles, 5 times horizontal angle from direction, 10 times vertical angle from direction. That's what it says I'm calculating. Then each of the 5 text objects simply becomes Oh, the thing is, I guess there is a factor of all these things. Like, there's a bunch of local players here, so it's gonna be checking that, and it's gonna be checking it for a bunch of times. So in that way, yeah, I can definitely see it. Yeah, I have to do it. It doesn't matter if it even does anything, because I simply have to do it to make it technically as efficient as possible. The only thing I need to calculate constantly is the eye position of the local player. That's the only thing I need to calculate. Everything else can be a simple variable. So that's what I'm going to do. This is more than facing direction now. Okay. Let's do this. I will still need to limit the facing direction. Okay, so yeah, I'm still gonna need a, I'm actually gonna need another one. That's gonna be 5. This is actually going to be menu facing direction. Okay, so I do need a facing direction nicely there, like so. But for everything else, I do need this. I do need that calculation. Wait, what if I... No, that's not gonna work. Unfortunately, unless it would. I don't think so, but I'll try. Variables, what is that? That's funny. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. Menu in text 1. So this is going to be the first one, and I need to create this basically exactly. I can easily do this. I actually have the thing already. So I need direction. No. I need... a plus? Or does this already have a plus on it? Okay, I'll need to change all of these then. It's only gonna have 1 plus. I'm gonna do a plus in here. Add to the direction from angles. Horizontal angle from direction. The vertical angle from direction. I need to subtract from this though. Subtract. Oh, and I need to multiply. I need to multiply this, huh? Yeah, most likely. Yeah, multiply the direction from angles. and multiply of 8 minus the y component. Okay, I need to know what's going on here. I need to know what I'm doing wrong. Oh yeah, subtract from 8 the multiply the y component. Okay, I understand. Multiply the y component. Times the max 0, the absolute value minus 80. So the max of the subtract of the absolute value of the vertical facing angle of, no, vertical angle from direction, player variable facing direction, and then subtract that by 80 plus the facing direction times 100. That should be it. Let me see if that's correct. Multi-direction from angles, horizontal angle from direction. Subtract the vertical angle from direction by 90. Subtract from 8, multiply the y component. Then you facing direction by the max, the absolute value. Subtract by 80, and then that's it, yeah. That's it. So there's one done. And now, to test this, we need to put it I can create basically all of them now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Now I have all of them. That should all work. Okay. All we need to do is change this to 3. Then we do 2 here, -2. -7. And then we do -12. Let's put that in the manual text now. So it's going to replace a lot. Watch this. So all I need to do is do this. Add to the I position of the local player. And then simply put the player variable, local player, menu in rel text 1. That should actually work. That should work. Add to the I position, local player. And then player variable, local player. And rel text 2. I mean, that significantly reduces it, obviously, but I don't know if it actually reduces how much it costs to do. I would have to compare it. I would have to definitely compare it. Maybe I could. I probably can. Yeah, I definitely can. I definitely can compare it. I'll do a comparison, how it looks, how it is without the changes into how it is now here. It might be a little bit more because technically I'm adding a variable to it. I'm adding something to it, but I still do think this is more efficient for the game to process. It might be more elements in here. The total element count might be more, but even so, it still should be more efficient. If this works, and it should, it definitely should. We need to keep update every frame though. Yeah, update every frame is there still good. And rel text 5. Okay, let's see if that works. If that works, it should help with efficiency. I do think that will, if that works. I do think that will if that works. I really do. Let's see.
Now arriving at Ilios. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Yeah, it's simply positions. That's all it is. It's positions of text. So, hopefully my calculations are correct. They should be. I mean, I looked over. It looks perfectly the same.
Honor is all I have left. I craft my own arrows.
Oh yeah.
Each one a meditation.
Huh. Okay, I think I did the calculation a little bit wrong. because it's not
4,
perfect.
3, 2,
It's
1.
not how it was.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Ready yourselves.
No, I did it. I did do it proper. I did do it correctly. It's exactly how it was. So, simply isn't working exactly how
The objective is now
I made it
active.
though. Or is it because of this? Maybe this is the problem. Let me try something. Let me try something. Simply let me try something. Maybe I don't need this. Maybe I don't need this clamp anymore. Because I actually had this clamp here for the other menu because it didn't actually work perfectly all the time. When you looked all the way up and when you looked all the way down, it stopped working properly. So let's try it without the clamp. So now it goes all the way. So it'll actually go fully there. No clamp at all. Let's see. Let's see if it breaks now. It might not. It might not break.
Welcome to
It might not.
Well. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Let's see. If it doesn't break, that's even more perfect. That means it's even better than what I was using before. Come on, work.
2,
Come on.
1. Fight.
Come on.
Is all I have left.
Oh? No way it actually works. Wait, that's up though. It might break when I look down. No way it actually works. It actually works. It actually works. I can't believe that. It actually works. Wow, so it is better. Yeah, it's 100% better. I don't even need the clamp. I don't even need the clamp at all. I can delete the clamp fully. That's amazing. So now I simply need to fix the problem of it being a little bit off. A little bit off. A little bit off. That's all I need to fix now. Let's try changing this number from 80 to 81. Tried this before, but it didn't seem to do anything. It didn't seem to work, but when I changed it back to 80, actually I think I tried it originally at 80, at 81, so I don't think I actually gave this a chance, really. Maybe I tried it at 81.5 originally. I didn't actually try it at 81 exactly, so let's try it 81. So all 81 now. Let's see if that fixes it.
Enter
Come
the
on.
Royal Sanctum. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Interesting. I thought 80 was perfect. I really did. It looked like 80 was perfect. I don't understand. I don't understand that. That's very weird. 80 should have been perfect, but maybe it was perfect with that other design. Maybe it was perfect inside the menu, but here it actually isn't. Okay, 80 is a little bit too high. 81, I mean, is a little bit too high, and so I think I need to go maybe 79.5. Let's try 79.5. we are. 79.5. Let's try this. So it should go a little bit lower now.
Now arriving at Lijiang's tower.
Honor is all I have left.
Oh, it's better, but it's not there yet. 79. 79 is probably it.
Welcome to
Honor is all I have left.
Oh yeah, there we are. There we are. 79, I got it. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is, though. Look how it perfectly adjusts so that as soon as you look basically perfectly down, it's perfectly in the center. Like, this is the limit, and look how perfect it is. That is so nice. Oh no, this is too good. I'm too good. I'm simply too good. I've been doing this for a long time, so it is what it is. Look how it doesn't move at all when I move. It literally doesn't move at all. Oh, actually... no. It doesn't move at all. Dang, that looks good. Dang, that looks good. Okay, so we're done. We're done with this part of the menu for now. We're gonna save everything now. We're done with this. Well, actually, before I say I'm done with this, there is one more thing I would like to do, potentially. And that is to potentially check for things to improve on here. If there is any calculation I can do that's better. Oh my. So they said I'd leave it exactly where it is. For a performance standpoint, I'd rate it original 5 full expressions, a 5 out of 10. and then the cached once, reused 5 times, a 10 out of 10. That's what they said they rated it as. Mhm. I would not change anything. Okay. Okay. The only actual improvement would be removing the duplicate vertical angle calculation. Workshop gives you no way to do that without a variable. Your current version is already close to the minimum calculation count for the behavior you want. Okay. The variable you already made is the optimization that matters. Everything left is very minor. Okay. I mean, I think I'll be okay with that. Really, I think that's good. I think that's good. So, we're done. Really. I'm done here for today. I've done some nice work. Dang, dude, that's good. That's good stuff. That's really nice. That's really nice. I even removed the little clamp here. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm done. Let me be sure though. before I save anything. Yes, let me remove that quickly. And now I'll be onto my... Yeah, okay, it's all good. Well, let me check if all the 79s are there. Should be all there. 79, 79, 79, 79. Okay, they're all there. It's all good. And let's check it one more time. And then we're saving this to... We'll keep... I would say we'll keep... For now, we'll keep the old preset, but I will save this to my new one. And yeah, it is better. I'm not even gonna test, actually. I don't even need to test, because I know it is better. The calculations are simply better. The only reason I want to save my old preset is because I want to simply have that for if maybe the for some reason I cannot make it work with the selector. That's the only reason. But I should be able to.
2, 1, fight.
Honor is all I have left.
It looks so cool how it just doesn't move. Like once you get up here, it simply doesn't move anymore, and only your crosshair does. Wait, does it? Does it actually move? Maybe it does. Maybe it actually does a little bit. It's very close, actually. Yeah, I think it does move a little bit. Huh. Yeah, it does. I can literally see it on the wall, on the thing. Yeah, it does. It does move a little bit. It does. It moves a little bit. But it doesn't matter. It straight doesn't. It's not like a perfect adjustment, but it doesn't matter. It literally barely does anything to the actual experience and to the actual performance. Like, it still is going to work basically the exact same, even if it does move a little bit because of you. Like, it looks basically like it moves perfectly. It really does. So it's really not much of an issue. I really don't think it is. And as you can see, this one, it goes down to the text here. It goes down to that previous text. There's going to be a text here, but it doesn't show it here because this section of the menu doesn't have it. It doesn't have more than 4 options. Okay. Yeah. So it's good. I've already checked everything. I've already deleted that. We got that going. We got that. Yeah, it's time to save. There it is. Done. We are done with that part for now. For now, it should be done. I want it to be done forever, but I say for now because I don't know if it will be done forever, but it should be. It should be. We are done with that part, and it is... I'm very satisfied by that. It is very nice. We have optimized it, even though it was perfect already. We optimized it even further. We removed some calculated... We removed some extra stuff that ChatGPT says was bad, and we even made it way more efficient. So we made it more efficient from the fact of it not using as many calculations, and we made it more efficient from the fact that we made it a variable, so it doesn't calculate anything more than it should from simply the variable being set. And obviously it looks much cleaner too, with how big it was before compared to now. It looks way cleaner. That's it. I'm going to relax now. Play some World of Tanks.